Mama Mary Wambui, ahadi ya Bwana haivunjiki milele. We confess today, ni ahadi ya Bwana na haivunjiki. Say something, Mama.
Mimi nimeshukuru sana na nimefurahi leo. Na nataka kusema kabisa, alivyosema CEO, Mungu akisema jambo atatimiza. Ahadi aliyoahidi Mungu kuhusu MCSK, pale ambapo MCSK inakwenda, Mungu atatimiza. Na hakuna lolote ambalo litabaki ambalo halitatimia. Mungu atatimiza na yeye ni mwaminifu katika kutimiza. God bless you.
Amen. Kutoka Western Ingwe, na naona anasema tumesahau maombi. Hatujasahau maombi. Hata hiyo wimbo ilikuwa maombi, lakini tunaweza omba. Karibu Ingwe.
Thank you very much.
Ukitaka unaweza ongoza hiyo.
Wacha tuombe. Baba mtakatifu, amani, tunakushukuru, tunakuinua na kulimidi jina lako, maana wewe ni Mungu. Ni asante kwa kikao hiki cha wanamuziki, ni asante kwa mkutano huu wa MCSK. Wewe upo pamoja nasi na tunasema asante. Tuongoze katika mazungumzo yetu Bwana, tumaini letu liko kwako na yale umetenda Bwana, tunasema asante, na mbele tunakoenda tunajua uko pamoja nasi. Kwa jina la Yesu Kristo tumeomba na kuamini. Amen.
Anything to say?
I'll say these 3 very quick things. One is to say that we are not selling hope, we are the hope.
Amen.
We are the hope because we stayed within the system, we did our very best, we prayed, we kept improving the processes, and we can see the rewards over time. We are the hope, and I would like to encourage my fellow musicians to tell those others who are aspiring to occupy this space that we occupy today that we are the hope, because we are the epitome of that hope. We are the representation of that hope. That we can stand today and say that yesterday we were here and now we are at this particular point and we are still headed for better things. We are the hope.
Amen.
Number 2 is to say that musicians need to understand what they have at their disposal. And they need to know that the gift they have, the musical talent that they have, it is what a lawyer does when he goes to the courtroom or to their offices. It is what a teacher does when they go to the classroom to teach. It's what an engineer does when they go to their offices. And anytime somebody seems to be undermining the intellectual property that we have, musicians must come up to defend that right. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. We may have had challenges in the past. We have worked on those challenges. They didn't just happen. Those challenges were not solved by osmosis or by diffusion or by sublimation. No, we worked on it. It is these musicians that worked on it progressively, and we are still working ourselves to get better each and every day. So the fact that we have had challenges in the past, most of which we have been able to deal with, does not mean that our good stakeholder, which is the government, would then twist the narrative around, because that is what it is. We need to say it for what it is, very respectfully and very honorably. The fact that we have had problems in the past does not mean that our intellectual property can now become something that can be dangled like a carrot, such that the government would claim that they now want to take ownership of that intellectual right. So we respectfully say we are not trying to be disrespectful. We honor the support that you've given us, but this is not the way. There are ways in which the government can assist us to get to a better pedestal as musicians, and asking to collect our money is like, maybe I'll close there, I'll not say the third point because other musicians also need to say. It's like what in my village once occurred a king, a real king. And this king will see a poor woman pass around or by the road. And this woman had a baby and was started and looked poor. And then he asked, whose daughter is that? And then the king was told, it is the wife of so-and-so. So the king decided that now he is going to take over the role. Took that beautiful woman and said she was too good and she was too beautiful. She needed to be nurtured by the king. And the baby would now be taken, a true story. And that's exactly what the government is suggesting to do to us. The government is suggesting that because we may have had challenges here and there, they now want to take over our wife, They want to take over our baby, and then they want to tell us that wakati tunakata miwa, wakati majani na kahawa imeharvestiwa, okay, the husband can visit the king's home and then collect that money from e-citizen. That does not make sense. Let's agree. Musicians, what we have as our intellectual property, we welcome government support. For example, why don't they help us to enforce collection? Why don't they help us to enforce collection in the clubs? Why don't they give us a suggestion that says, okay, for example, when matatus are getting licensed every other year, how about they tell us that there will be a levy that will come to MCSK. We are musicians. We are the ones who came up with the organizations. It's a private company, limited by guarantee. We are ruled by protocols just like any other professional body. MCSK is our professional body, like LSK, like, you know, what the doctors and the nurses have, like what the engineers have. We want to be respected.